there, this is Amanda, and I'm inviting you to come check out Amanda Elanora Studio. I thought we could look at some paintings and talk a little bit about my process. So let's head upstairs. Oh, and look, I'm already here. My process is just to kind of go with it. I call myself a mixed media artist because I love using different materials on the canvas or the wood or the paper, whatever platform I'm using. And although I was classically trained in school to paint and to draw, print make, all those things, you know, there were certain rules to follow then that, you know, you only use this paint with this canvas or whatever it was. I never liked that. I like being free to use whatever materials I want. And to me, there's just, you know, as an artist, there's no rules. There should be no rules. That's underneath her current face. Certain angles, see, you can see it. It's kind of like another ego in there or something. I mean, because that was a painting that I started and hated, or I hated. Some people loved it, but decided to work it over. And she has a new face, but her other one's still there. It's not giving up. I use some photography. I use oil pastel. I use acrylic. I use spray paint. I use silver leaf. Like any one of my canvases, you're going to find probably 5, 6, 7, sometimes 10 different types of medium on the canvas or the wood, whatever the surface is. I also really enjoy working the canvas very hard. And what I mean by that is I just keep painting and keep layering and keep going until I feel for certain it's actually done. I'm definitely not a minimalist on the canvas. I do love to use a lot of color. I like to have a lot of scenes within the scene. And what I really want is for whoever is viewing my artwork to maybe each time they look at it to find something they didn't see before, or to go, oh, look, there's another little story in there, or I didn't notice that tiny little piece of jewelry she had on, or just certain little details, you know, little vignettes within the medium vignette, within the large vignette, within the extra large vignette. That's how I like to do it. Now, as far as my subject matter goes, my muse and my subject is always Elanora. She is a spirit or a ghost who's been with me for, I don't know, maybe 18 years or so. That's what I'm assuming. She's from Lille, France. That's where I picked her up, or she decided to latch on to me. And when I moved into this place is when she really kind of made herself very present, not just to myself, but to many other people. And I started to paint her, and she got pretty rambunctious because she's, has this desire to be seen and remembered and recognized, and that's what I'm doing for her. So she's providing me with material, and I am putting it on to canvas for her so that she can still live on. She can get a little feisty sometimes. Like if I take too long of a break, she lets me know it's time to get back to work. And she loves to enter my dreams in this way. I typically, in the past, I've had vivid dreams throughout my life, but never as vivid as now, the last 2 or 3 years. And for some reason now I can always remember every detail. I used to wake up and write everything down, and I would refer back to my journal to get going on a new painting, and I don't even need to do that anymore. I just wake up and I remember it, and as I go, little details just pop up. It's like, it's not, I sort of have a plan when I start, and it usually ends up being what the plan was, but little details come along that I didn't realize were going to happen, and it just sort of happens organically. I know that a lot of color is sort of not everyone's cup of tea. I think it's time to bring it back, though. I think that this, with pieces of art, whether it be painting or sculpture or printmaking, whatever it is, vivid, bold colors are the way to just bring a pop to a room or whatever space you're living in, or wherever you want it to be, honestly. And I also think it's important that the artwork has a story. I like something that's feeding you some information and making you even ask questions. What does this even mean? What does any of it even mean? And I can tell you what it means to me, but I want you to come to your own conclusion. Come to your own story with each piece.